if you're going to play some Dota too. So we are here with our last match of the day. It is going to be our last elimination match of the day as well. We're going to see Vega versus Empire. So we opened the day with them. We're going to close the day with them as well. Of course, the first series that we saw today was a best of one between the two, and Vega did take it quite convincingly, might I say as well. But guys, what are we expecting here? Are they going to be as convincing as before, Andy?
I think Vega is still a stronger team on paper, but we've already seen one upset today. 4CL managed to take a best of 3 off of Vega earlier, which I think was a surprise to everyone.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe Empire can bring it back. I felt bad for Resolution, though. He didn't even know that he had to play the last series.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
really?
oh my god, it feels so
We
bad
interviewed
now.
him, and we were like, oh, you're going up against Vega next? Oh, is that going to be played today? What? Yeah. So then there was a bit of a food break so they could get some, well, a bit of a break to get some food in. How important is food for Dota 2 players?
Not,
and a long day?
not very important.
No?
Just
Not
keep
at all?
going.
Sometimes you forget about eating.
Get a
guess
salty diet.
Yeah.
I guess it's very, I mean, it's a very gamer thing. People just play and then just forget to eat. That's,
Yeah, it happens
you
to
know,
everyone.
that happens to everybody that likes playing games a lot, I guess. So our matchup going to be Empire, Vega. Who's going to win?
I think Vega are stronger overall. Empire looked good against MFF in the last series. They kind of threw away game 1. They can't make that kind of mistakes against Vega, then they're going to lose the game as well. That said, I think a lot of it, especially in game 3, was just draft. I think it was a very easy game for them draft-wise, and Vega, once again, aren't going to give them that easy of a game in the draft, so yeah, they should be the favorites going in. I'm actually surprised that Vega didn't just make it through the winner's bracket, honestly. So they still have
I
high
guess
hopes
a
for
lot of
them.
people were not expecting to see the same matchup here again. No, we did just talk to Resolution, and he talked a bit about the first series as well, or rather about their playstyle, about how they're trying to find the right playstyle to basically throw their opponent off their game and come with something that's surprising and new. And obviously, Invoker was part of that plan, which, I mean, the plan didn't really come to fruition all that much. No Invoker this game, Shane. What do you think?
Well, Mag said earlier that they 100% knew they were going to pick it. That's why they had to pick it in the first 2, because they were going to second phase ban it. So I really don't think they'll pick Invoker again, judging by the way they played it in the other games. It just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, he played pretty good in laning phase. Like, the Invoker wasn't really that bad in the first game either against Vega. It's just, it was the heroes they picked after it. Like, you know, you pick the Quaswex Invoker. It's like, you kind of want to go team fight or, like, take fights early on and kind of get those scrappy fights in the forest where, you know, Invoker does really well. And they just, like, they picked farmers and Nyx who just, like, did nothing that game, so.
It's kind of a cool combo, though. Like, they have the EMP, the Nyx Mana Burn, and then the Mana Void.
I think their drafts will be a lot smarter.
They lost all to EMP already.
In this next series, I think Empire's drafts will be a lot smarter, and I think we'll definitely have some closer games than we did in the first matchup of Vega Empire.
Now we are going to see the teams getting ready on stage. It is, I believe, Team Vega that we're going to start off with. It is Team Empire that we're going to start off with.
Phonic joined Vega.
Yeah.
Please jump around.
It's late, you know, give me a break. Fine. It's going to be Empire on the left side of the stage. By the way, they did just win on the left side of the stage, the series, which is the first. They broke the curse. They broke the curse, so perhaps they can do it again. We're going to find out, though, as the teams are still, as you can see, not entirely done with their food.
They've gone for the noodles.
Phonic played super well on Earthshaker last game.
Yeah, he was really good. Solid.
His Darkseer was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good, too. He died first blood on Earthshaker, though, but he still came back, got a really early blink, and that being said, it was like an easier game, like we talked about, like draft-wise. He was pretty able to like go wherever he wanted and do whatever he wanted to do, but still made some plays.
I'm really hoping to see Aloha Dance play Rubik again. That game was so fun.
Yeah, that was nuts. He was so farmed. He was third on net worth at the end of the game.
I believe at 20 or 21 minutes or something, he was like 10, 1, and 6 on a support Rubik. That's crazy.
Playing against a Quap as well, he'd like constantly steal the blink and just go. He went straight Glimmer Cape because he was like, I don't even need to buy a blink. It's the dream Rubik game.
Yeah, it was good.
A lot of fun to watch. They will be going up against Vega Squadron. Now, Vega has had the first game in their hands. They had Night Stalker for that series. I'm actually curious to hear from you guys a Vision game. If you're going to have a matchup where we're going to see a lot of fighting happening, which we already prepared to see in the first game of the day, Vision game, how important is that? Are we going to see Night Stalker banned or other heroes that give vision? We talked about Zeus earlier today. We've seen Venomancer just now as well. How important is that?
It's always very important. Vision is never bad, obviously.
No.
If you want to play a split push game, it's great for securing that you know where you can go when and put the pressure. If you're looking for a fighting game, it's all about having the better intel going into the fight, knowing the position of the key heroes, etc. I think Night Stalker is a key pick, mainly for Vega. We didn't see Empire prioritize it that much. They actually gave it away to Yapzor as well. A hero that I'm surprised we haven't seen is Beastmaster. I just think
he's been banned though.
He's been banned a couple of times, but I think if you can justify a first phase Invoker pick, you can justify a first phase Beastmaster pick too.
And talk about the vision game with the Hawk as well.
Yeah, he's extremely good at giving map control. I think since teams started rushing Necrobook 3, which is kind of funny because it's a throwback to like 6 years ago in Dota 1 when everyone did that and it owned, then people just stopped doing it. They went like Blink Dagger, started going 4-staff. Ags for a while, which is not really that good. But Beastmaster's a super core when he has Book. He can solo kill carries when he has the vision for this.
And Vega have arguably one of the better Beastmaster players pretty much in CIS Dota. So.
I think Vega also like knows how to play against this like vision wars. They're very good at the 5-manning with like Luna and Gyrocopter. I think that's kind of how you combat like a vision-centered lineup which involves like a Bounty Hunter, Night Stalker, or the Beastmaster.
These games that we've had, the first game that we've had between the two teams was fairly quick. It got delayed a little bit. But in fact the game was over fairly quick, and then it lasted for like 10 minutes longer because they wanted to make sure. I am actually curious to hear from you guys. How long do you expect the first game to be?
It's hard to, you have to see the draft, right? Like,
no, just make a bet.
Somewhere between 15 and 60 minutes.
I will say 30 to 40 minutes at the latest.
At the latest, it's going to be done by 40. You can say that.
So.
Well, the average game time is what, like 35 minutes?
35.
Yeah, that's why it's a safe bet. Right?
Oh, nice.
I'll go with 35 minutes, actually.
I go with 32.
Oh.
Yeah.
32, what a random.
What was your guess?
Between 15 and 60, I said.
He doesn't
I'm
count.
fairly confident in my call.
I'd say 51 minutes.
51 minutes.
51?
All right, I'll do 45.
You can't jump ship.
Well, yeah, of course I can jump ship from 15 to 60. That's not even a
No,
bet.
You can't just go lower.
You're a flip-flopper.
It's in between.
Now I have the high end.
Yeah, he's got the high end.
Whatever, I don't even want
I got
to
the
do this
low
bet.
end.
Why don't you take
I'm
52?
32.
52.
Yeah.
There's some prices.
45.
Right now. Just saying.
I'm within my span. I
Just
didn't
go
jump
one
ship.
over.
That's all right.
That's so PN.
You'll want to have the cred to back up the rest of the claims for the rest of the tournament. It's like, you remember that time when I was right about how many minutes this game
Yeah,
lasted?
it's going to be 45.
51 minutes.
32.
Very accurate.
Okay, so we are actually in the draft. Empire will be having first pick, and Dire side, well, Vega Squadron will be playing from the Radiant side on. Looks like they're still not sure what to ban out first. Oh, there we go. It is the Shadow Fiend. I guess the first couple of bans, what kind of surprising things could we see? Which heroes would you let through if you're Empire right now?
I think Wisp is going to get through.
Yeah.
Even if Vega just won with that?
You mean Empire?
Rather Empire just won with that?
I don't think that. I think that hero's beatable for sure. And
Especially with the heroes you pick nowadays, right? Like early Slardars, Undyings, Darkseers, a lot of heroes that pressure the lanes. Like Wisp isn't so good at dealing with that. All right, my microphone was not picking up anything. Great.
Just like plunked it on his head. Like.
Nah, it's good. No, I was just mentioning.
Wisp ban, actually. Okay.
Yeah, I think you just beat the hero in the lane. There's a lot of heroes that are picked in the first two that are very good laners nowadays, like Bane especially. Like they even said that they didn't want to first pick Wisp in the last game because they assumed that they would just take Tiny and then Bane, and then all of a sudden your Wisp feels not so great. But,
that's true.
They didn't
That's
end
a
up
good
doing
point.
that.
Oh, we're not going to see it. I think key heroes to keep in mind right now are Dazzle,
10 seconds
Winter Wyvern,
remaining.
Tusk,
Night Stalker?
Night Stalker, yeah, arguably.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm still surprised Tusk hasn't been as highly prioritized
Yep.
as we have seen as we have seen it in the major. I mean,
Turn to pick.
it's moving on up throughout the tournament for sure. The first few games of the day, we didn't really see a lot of him.
Might have
but-
just forgot about him.
Well, Empire has
maybe.
been picking a lot of different stuff today, right?
Yes.
Resolution was saying he's experimenting a bit, trying to find a good strategy for his team, something that he can use to throw their opponents off guard. But you have to assume that Empire and Vega have played against each other a ton, right?
Yes. And they know each other, as in even before they were in the same teams. Like these players are very, very familiar.
I'm
with
very
each other.
surprised that there's one hero today, I think, that's the most surprising out of any that we haven't seen for me, and that's Undying. There hasn't been a single Undying game. It's been banned in a couple of games,
Yeah.
but the hero does have its weaknesses, and teams are figuring out more how to play against it. But there's just those games where you have a lineup that's so good for a fifth
10
pick Undying, where you
seconds
can just
remaining.
force fights and just take towers, and the enemy team can't fight into Tombstone because they have shit
5
attack speed on their heroes. So
seconds
Or like all these melee cores we're seeing a lot
yeah,
of as well.
exactly. I could definitely see it being a pick. I think a hero like Ember Spirit doesn't deal particularly well with Undying and his
Team
power,
Empire's
like the
turn
power
to
spike he
bat.
has in the game. It's going to be Quap for now, though. That's arguably another hero that hasn't been given as much priority as it should. It's mainly been a second phase pick, I think. Some games completely ignored. It's a decent
10
solution to Dazzle. They
seconds
kind of counter
remaining.
each other.
Yeah, if you get that Orchid out as well.
Vega
Orchid's good.
Squadron's
Is
turn
that
to
if you
bat.
don't kill immediately with Sonic Wave and the Scream, you can heal it up over time with the Shadow Wave, obviously.
I was
And-
more looking at like both of these
Brave.
heroes, and Silence is amazing against both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Could see a disruptor win, I suppose.
10 seconds remaining.
Here comes the Storm for Empire later in this draft. Let's do it.
5 seconds remaining.
It's good against these heroes, but no one plays Storm.
I
Apart
was
from
gonna say.
EG played it
I was
once
gonna
in
say,
Frankfurt.
EG ran
Reserve
Storm. Yeah.
time.
They ran it once.
Storm
I was so
Storm's
happy.
really good against Ember.
I was so happy when that got picked. It was such a
Especially
good
in
pick that game.
Team Empire's
Yes,
turn
Smell
to
wasn't.
bat.
Even
It looked like he wasn't
I
very
mean,
comfortable
the
in that
hero's
game. at the
so
start.
different now.
Yeah.
Like
He seemed
zip-
like he needed to get used to it during the game.
Yeah, you zip like, which what you could do in the previous patch, you know, you could do like half of that now. So it's just like
10
totally different
seconds
hero.
remaining.
You still think he's as good later on? It's just at the start.
No, he's not. He's
No.
he's
you,
weaker
you can't
every
make
stage.
those gigantic long jumps anymore and
Yeah,
then
you
do
used to be-
something and then hope to
You
get
used to be
out.
able to like jump across the map and like one shot a hero.
Yeah.
You can't do that
Vega
anymore.
Squadron's
So.
turn to ban.
So far, it's a good pick. I don't think Empire play it. It's the only time I've seen Storm in this patch. I think was that.
I've seen
one game.
Storm a couple
Maybe.
times in China Dota, I think, or like C Dota or something.
I think Resolution played Storm in the past.
10
I think he
seconds
had
Either
to.
way,
remaining.
it's not getting picked. No
Yeah.
way.
No way.
No way.
Caster's
Watch out for
Curse.
Brew Brothers band, okay?
There's a classic CIS hero that could actually, that's also good against both Vegas heroes, and that's Axe.
Reserve
But
time.
I think when you already have Tusk, it's kind of unlikely that you want to run that.
And why not? Snowball in the call. That's the dream.
It's okay. It's kind of
Vega
gimmicky when
Squadron's
you're playing at this
turn
level,
to pick.
especially against a safe lane Dazzle, because what makes that combo strong in the lane is, of course, that you can kill someone off during the call, but you have Grave, so you could just always reset and re-go. Also, snowballing in the Axe against Dazzle puts you into a horrible position against the heal bomb, so it kind of goes both ways. Axe is actually kind of weak against Dazzle in lane, but then super good in the mid game. But I don't think it's something we're going to see out of
10
Empire. I would love to
seconds
see it, though. I
remaining.
think it's a great counter pick to Ember.
Do Vega always play their slider as a core? Like,
5
I don't think I've
seconds
ever really
remaining.
seen Mag. Mag played it actually earlier today, didn't he? I didn't
Which
do
one?
great.
Nice
Max
Stalker?
played it, yeah.
Red
I did.
plays
Yeah.
Slaughter.
That's
It
one of
was-
the latest
Oh,
Blink
Slaughter.
decks.
He didn't seem comfortable
It was
on the
like
hero
20
at
He's
all.
at
Yeah,
minute
did he?
25. I think his,
The
that
hero's
was
a-
a stat in the game. He was 1-5 with the hero. He's
Yeah.
1-6 now.
Yeah,
So.
it doesn't play well from behind. And
Oh, here it is.
There it is.
We're so
Team
good,
Empire's
everyone.
turn to
Well, if
pick.
you talk about it the whole day, at some point it will get picked.
I haven't talked about it the whole day, Shiver.
Sorry. It's been mentioned a lot.
Wrecked.
just keep guessing. Be like, yeah, I think they're gonna third pick Beastmaster.
Just wait for the
Just
wait
keep
for the
saying it,
Axe
and then
now.
one of the times you'd be like, oh, nice prediction.
Well played.
How'd you
well
know?
played.
High fives around, guys.
What do you think for Vega, for Alina, for support Lina, for solo, as he does get a lot of farm on his support heroes generally?
Yeah, I
Vega
think Night Stalker is good
Squadron's
for
turn to
Empire.
pick.
First off, as far as Vega goes, running a Lina now, Lina Dazzle is a little bit of a peculiar support duo. I guess it works okay if you skill Poison Touch level 1.
I think
What else
it's-
does Solo actually play? He plays Lina, Night Stalker, and Tusk all the time, I feel.
Plays Bounty.
Bounty, that's true.
I actually asked him. He said they're not playing Bounty.
Okay.
Bounty against NS is kind of
10
not so good, right?
seconds remaining.
I mean, in the early
Maybe he
game.
knew that.
It used to be amazing.
Boom.
Now it's not.
Yeah, now it's not.
5
double mind game.
seconds remaining.
But
Just
I-
playing us.
I do like kind of like the idea of Lina because typically when Pasha has a hero that can fight early, like Ember Spirit, for
Reserve
example,
time.
they give him a hero who can soak up lane farm while Pasha is going to team fights. So,
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, it's something that could work.
It's just not that good of a Lina game, I think, because Tusk
Yeah, it's
is
scary.
super annoying to play against.
So is Night
Lina.
Stalker.
Night
But
Stalker
you,
is hard.
you can light strike array under the snowball.
Winter Wyvern's still
It's
in the
Not
pool.
enough?
If you're snowballed on Lina, that's impossible. So you can't
Okay.
make that play. You're playing probably at really bad vision, and then if you're a squishy hero with no escape mechanism, you just get run over by like any two of these three heroes. Just kill Lina the whole game.
Fair
Like,
enough.
It's almost impossible to itemize, so you can actually do anything on a non-core position.
So if it were you, Peter, would you just go for double defensive supports in this position? If you were Vega, just like you said, Wyvern
Team
Dazzle?
Empire's turn to pick.
It's not the best this game. It's better when you have like a Shadow Fiend or something. You can just sit behind some monster of a hero.
Viper? It's kind of good for
is
that.
kind of one of those, but
You know which hero we haven't seen all day? Ancient Aberration.
That's true.
Would be
It's
pretty
actually-
decent against Vega.
yeah,
perhaps?
I like it here.
Don't you kind of want like some setup though? And or are you just throwing the AA blast to stop the 5-man?
They got
10
Tusk.
seconds
They've got really good
remaining.
setup,
something.
don't they?
No, they don't have great setup. I mean, there's
Snowball shards.
That's it.
5 seconds
Void.
That's it, yeah.
remaining.
Void.
Void.
Void is not really that great of a setup.
That's true. But I think when you look over Vega's lineup, it's fairly like one-dimensional in how they push.
AA destroys Dazzle. Like,
Yeah.
Try playing Dazzle against AA, you just feel so useless.
Empire taking their time to decide on what hero they want to go for. Would you actually go for a support here? I guess that's the one that would not give away what the Tusk is doing, because right now it's open for discussion, right?
I think it's more or less given that it's an offlane, just because Tusk Night Stalker support
Yeah.
do double melee against a core Viper and an Ember Spirit, even that they can't really kill that easily and remove flame.
When
Viper.
Vega draft the Viper like this, do you not just send Queen of Pain safe line like 100% and
I think Queen does fine versus Viper.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a fairly.
You just don't learn the dagger and just nuke out the wave. Kind of?
Yeah. Even some co-ops will just kill dagger, like
Really?
like confident co-ops, or if they think they can win the lane that way, they will.
Okay.
Like maybe wait till it's level 2 and then just do it.
The thing is, at worst in that lane, if you're Queen of Pain, you have really long attack range, and Viper can't harass you very hard. Like he can try to go. He needs to get the creep equilibrium on his side, and you have no way of countering it, because else you have higher attack range. He goes for you. You can just walk away or do a blink.
Bane's still
Better
cool.
attack damage. That's true. Bane is in.
What about an Abaddon for Empire?
Isn't Bane like
Abaddon.
slightly weaker though? 'Cause,
You know,
like,
to remove the roar.
I actually think he's really good.
Yeah.
But the difference is, so the main point of reference we have here is how eHome played it at Frankfurt. But they played, when they played Abaddon, they played it with a
Vega
lineup that could take advantage of pushing
Squadron's
early
turn to
with his
ban.
shield and his heal. And Empire have really bad siege right now.
Turn to ban.
We're gonna go Bane.
And Vega ban out the anti-mage.
That was a really fast ban too.
Yeah, they actually
Like,
knew that.
nope.
they have very limited catch for the hero. Like Beastmaster is the only one. I mean,
Isn't
Chains
Ember
is, like, okay,
amazing?
10 seconds
but
remaining.
it's not like super reliable in my opinion. Because once he gets Manta, you just Manta the Searing Chains, blink away.
5 seconds remaining.
It's not like a long-term
Yeah.
solution.
It's okay though. Ember's
Reserve time.
you see like Ember versus anti-mage, you're like, oh, you know, it's okay.
Okay, Invoker's still in the pool though.
Vega
Yeah,
Squadron's
the
turn
resolution.
to pick.
No, I mean they need some carry for sure. These guys need support. I've seen Solo play Beastmaster before, so they still could go for an offlaner for a mag.
What would you prefer to see?
I don't know. Clockwork's is always an option. Earthshaker still there.
Is this a
10
centaur?
seconds remaining.
No, it's not.
Absolutely not.
If I
It's
ask
almost
that
never-
every game,
It's almost never
at
a
some point
Centaur
they'll
game.
pick it, and then you'll say, "Good call."
Then we'll say
Gotta
good
keep
call,
trying,
but it's
man.
not a Centaur game.
An enemy team has
At some
Doom,
point it will
Quab,
be.
maybe Shadow Fiend, and maybe Centaur.
Well, Vega, however fast they were with banning out that anti-mage, they didn't really think about what they were going to pick, or they were really prone on getting that Winter Wyvern, which Empire, of course, banned out. As we also discussed, that would be a good hero together with a Dazzle. Double defensive.
I have a feeling they're not going for Lina, because like it's such a comfort pick for them, and they're taking so long time, and they would have already considered, okay, if they ban Wyvern, we get Lina, so they must be considering some sort of alternatives here. I guess they could ultimately just end up on Lina and be like, okay, all the other ideas we have are not better. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's a good pick here.
You got
I really
the time.
don't feel it.
Might as well use it.
If you're Empire here, how good is Slark
10
against
seconds
Beastmaster?
remaining.
It's pretty good.
Like when
Oh,
Night Stalker
it's-
comboed up with it?
All right, there we go.
Doesn't Slark have like
Team
major Ember
Empire's
Spirit
turn
problems?
to pick.
Don't you just
It's kind of annoying, I guess. It's the worst counter in this game. Actually, is he's playing against Viper. I don't think you want to play Slark against that. It's consistent slow that constantly comes out. If you go on Viper with Slark, you get corrosive on you all the time. So yes, you're stealing stats, but it comes at a trade-off.
I think that's a gameplay thing though. I think you just go kill support.
Yeah, you kill everyone else.
You don't actually go.
Oh yeah,
for
sure,
Viper.
but I don't think that's the
10
way Vega are
seconds
going to play the
remaining.
game against this Slark. He can't. I don't know. Maybe if they can manage to
5
spread it out.
seconds remaining.
They need, they don't need a super hard carry, but they need
Reserve
some
time.
physical damage, I think,
Fighting core.
for sure.
With the Juggernaut and Gyrocopter both banned out.
Yeah, so
10 seconds
Who's left?
It's not a second game.
you lose against Beastmaster and Viper, right? If you're Sven.
Luna.
There we go.
Five-man Dota.
Which draft do you prefer?
I like Vegas.
Same.
Sim?
Yeah, I think Empire are going to struggle with single target damage. They need to kill the Viper and Spirit Breaker. somehow.
Luna
I don't
has
think they
like
do.
so many problems this game.
Yeah.
What's the one thing to look out for Team Empire? What do they need to do? Is there a certain timing, a certain item that we need to be seeing, expecting at a certain moment in the game?
BKB on silent, and when they try and push.
I actually think the mech on Tusk is really important in this game.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to find out if they get those in reasonable timings. It is time for the first game of our last series of the night. It is Luminous Inverse and OD Pixel on the microphones.
Indeed, welcome back to the casting desk with myself, OD Pixel and Lumi. We're ready to get ourselves into this final series of the day. Of course, Empire going back up against Vega. We saw it earlier in a best of one. Vega, they did have the better time. The question is, of course, in a best of three situation, can Empire turn it around? We've looked at the drafts, Lumi. What do you reckon? Is this the draft that Empire need to bring to the table to take down Vega?
I'm not sure whether it is. I mean, your last pick, Luna, it's going to have to do a lot because she's going to be the hero that has to sit in the front that, you know, when you're pushing tower, she's the one doing the most. And I'm not sure whether she's tanky enough that you have a Viper Strike you could throw on her, you could have the Beastmaster Roar you could throw on her, and then you have the Spirit Breaker. Got 99 problems.
There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming this Luna's way. That is for sure. And, well, obviously knowing the play style of Vega, they will be very much ready to throw it at her when they start to group up and go looking for those fights. And it's going to be interesting to see how these teams match up in the laning situation, because you look at Empire's team and they have got some very strong laners. You know, you're looking at a lineup that's got a Bane, you have got that Luna who's going to have a final time with the CS and Tusk and Quap. The lanes, they're not going to look too bad for Empire, are they?
Yeah, the lanes will be fine, although it depends on how the Queen of Pain versus the Viper matchup. PPD talked about how the confidence Queen of Pain will skill the dagger. We'll see whether Resolution will do it. I mean, the lanes aren't half bad for Vega either, so I think really it will come down to the fighting. And honestly, I think Vega just has the better fighting lineup. They just have the better lineup, period. So yeah, we'll see how Empire plays out of it.
Oh, wow. Resolution will be able to get himself the bounty, and Pash is caught in the shards, and this could very much be your first blood, and it will. All right. Indeed, the shard trap and the walk around for the Ember, not enough to save him. And Empire, well, they'll be happy with that one, and they got themselves the bounty rune down there as well for Resolution. So that's a great start for the side.
Pretty careless, because generally when you suspect that the what's his face, Tusk is even nearby, you don't get close, because shards will get those kills for you easily. So right now you do see the Spirit Breaker putting a slight amount of pressure on Resolution, seeing that she did get Blink at level 1, so there is no kind of rebuttal with the dagger and whatnot.
And I mean, do you imagine the Spirit Breaker, where's he going to put his attention towards? Is he going to look to just try and secure that start here for no one on the mid lane, or do you think we're just going to see him all across the map at the Bane?
I think what he can do is bully the Bane around a little bit. We talked about how Bane trades very well. Spirit Breaker, once he does get the bash, is a hero that could at least somewhat challenge the Bane. And here we go, we have a charge on the bottom lane. It won't result in a kill or anything because he's still level 1, but... And
is he going to be right? I guess he's fairly tanky. There is a Void, and from coming out from Funnick on the Night Stalker, and they'll force Sherma back down to keep it safe in the lane.
Yeah, they definitely need to alleviate some pressure off the Ember Spirit. The laning stage definitely not one of his strong points. He wants that level 5, 6 very quickly, and Funnick as well as No Fear is going to be giving him a ton of trouble. So Spirit Breaker essentially forced to really help out this lane.
Indeed. Yeah, the Spain Night Stalker lane, we'll see how well that can do in terms of just shutting down Pasha's farm on this Ember. And of course, back on the top lane, one of the lanes we've not talked about yet, it is Mag, of course, on that signature Beastmaster. He's having to deal up with Aloha Dance on this Tusk and also Silent on the Luna. I mean, how's this lane going to match up? Do you think, once again, we're going to see a pretty decent performance from the man on the Beast?
Hold that thought. Charge on the mid lane takes away the regen. We won't get the full regen heal, but, you know, denying it is also good. But back to your question, I think because the melee Tusk is trying to zone him out, once you get a couple boars spawned on him, the Tusk is going to have a tougher and tougher time. With that said, though, the Lunar Blessing Aura will help Tusk punch pretty hard.
Again, with these charges from the Spirit Breaker, setting up some action onto No Fear. They're moving with the chains. There'll be a Nightmare. No Fear trying to ward this one off. They're trying to chase him down here, and they should be able to find it, and they do there with the Poison Touch damage from Dazzle.
That's a freebie. Vega will take that one, and that will put Spirit Breaker at level 2. And that 17% is now officially online.
I mean, it's exactly as you said, Lumi. That Spirit Breaker was just looking to be on the back of the Bane the whole time. And what top lane? You've got Tusk and Luna moving in very deep. They'll throw down the shards and they'll get themselves the kill there. So some very aggressive diving there from the two of them, but it totally pays off, and there's going to be no reaction from Vega, as they knew that the Spirit Breaker had already gone on bottom lane.
Exactly. That's the reason why they felt so confident with that dive, and you know when Tusk hits that good shard, and when your Luna punches so hard, especially now with boots, you are going to run down the Beastmaster.
Absolutely. And hitting about 85 right click at the moment, 3 minutes in. It's not something you're going to be able to walk off, even as a Beastmaster. A relatively tanky hero in the lane. Mid lane, how are we looking? 20 for 5 at the moment on this Viper compared to the 10 for 2. Not the ideal lane here for Resolution.
Yeah, generally when you pick Queen of Pain to really dominate the mid lane, but you know, Viper, one of the decent counters. Of course, Resolution on the Queen of Pain, what you're looking forward to at this point in the game is have that TP once you hit the level 6, be a threat on other parts of the map, and maybe get a key gank on the Ember. But yeah, not having the best laning stage.
Bottom lane, there'll be a charge across as well from Spirit Breaker going on to No Fear. Poison touches down at the bashes as well. Pasha goes in with the chains and the Flame God. They'll find the Bane. And won't be able to find Funnick. He'll be able to walk it off. But yet again, another kill here for Vega on this bottom lane.
I really
2 for 2 and Resolution. Well, he's going to try and turn here onto No One. There's a rotation in from the Tusk. He's going to snowball across onto Mag. But now Mag and No One will just turn their attention towards the lower dance. And that snowball was not the snowball he was looking for. As Vega do pick themselves up a kill there. Charge onto Resolution. The action hasn't stopped. No One is there with the right clicks. And if they can hold him in place just for one more... Oh, they needed one more, I think.
Poison?
There. No.
Poison?
Orb of Venom? Nah, it's not going to be enough. 18 HP, incredibly low. Quat very lucky to get him away with his life there. Bottom lane, Funnick trying to move in onto Solo. The chains again from Pasha. Catching up too. There's a Nightmare to try and set this up. Try and get themselves in position with the Snowball forward as well from a low hard dance. The Crippling Fear. He can't get himself out of this one, Pasha, and they'll get themselves the kill. Nightstalker just getting himself away. And Solo, he looks to go down as well as a lower dance. And No Fear chases the jungle. He's looking for the TP. He's going to be able to make it. Yes, they don't have the damage. They don't have any spells. He will be able to escape.
And that's the downside of playing Dazzle so aggressively. He actually does not have Grave skilled up yet at level 3. So, but I was liking the Spirit Breaker pick more and more because normally you see teams just conceding the laning stage to the Bane. But Spirit Breaker like, yo man, I'm the real laner here. I'm going to charge at you. And yeah, so far it's been working out very well. And speaking of which, another charge happening to the bottom lane against No Fear.
Okay, let's see if they're able to follow this one through. No Fear's got to be careful with his position. There is an Ember Spirit with a full mana. Ready to jump in as well, and here we go. Charge in, moving forward with the Flame Guard. They've got the chains. In fact, they're going to get lucky with the chains. They both went back towards the creeps. So Bane's going to be able to get himself away. Top lane, Mag trying to hide himself in the trees, desperately biting his way through them all. He throws out the axes, isn't going to save him. And they'll take him down. There's Lucid Beam to the face. Silent picks up another kill on this Luna. And a lot of action so far, 5.5 minutes in. 4-3, favoring the side of Empire. But I mean, are they really the ones coming out on top of this laning stage, Lumi?
Yes, they are, but they need to come out on the laning stage. Yeah. I talked about how Luna needs to get...
No One. We might see some more action going the way of the side of Empire here. He's trapped in the shards, into the snowball. Sonic Wave nicely across, but there is a Spirit Breaker coming through. They may be able to turn. They've found Resolution. They've also found the Night Stalker, and hang on. The Shallow Grave coming through just in time. No one's going to live throughout this all. And they lose 3 heroes on Empire.
So the only reason that the Viper lives is because Dazzle got level 4 off of those kills.
Yeah,
and then he got to use it. And again, relentless aggression charge happening on the bottom lane. No Fear. Well, he has no mana left. He does have a Mango, but a single bash will seal his death.
Yeah, he's got the chase, he's got the Flame Guard, but look at these TPs. They're ready to turn. The Nightmare now to the Spirit Breaker, followed by the Snowball. Beautiful control from Empire. They'll get themselves the kill as well.
This is exactly what we expected coming into this series.
Exactly.
Yep. But the big thing out of all of this action is that Luna has been getting absolute free farm, leading the CS.
Top of the board in net worth as well.
But she needs to have this kind of start because she needs to get absolutely huge. The panel talked about how she has a ton of problem. You need BKB, you need a ton of items to make sure that she just doesn't get bursted down.
I mean, what's the build we're going to see? Tread, Tequila looking to build into the helm now, then straight into the S and Y, or do you need a BKB early on, or could we even see the drums coming out this game for Silent?
I think if she feels the game is going well, like if they keep controlling the laning stage, keep winning early game fights, maybe you could delay the BKB and go for one more farming item on top. But if it goes south fast, then you need a BKB ASAP.
Yeah, BKB is going to be pretty big this game. It's level 8, has yet to use that Eclipse, so I'd love for someone on the side of Vega to come a little bit too close. At the moment, Empire focusing some attention down bottom. Funnick and a lower dance hanging around. There's a DD here if they want to take that and try and make something happen. Still in the mid lane though, Viper looking very good against the Quad's performance so far. 41-11 against the 25 for 2. Tusk will pick up this DD, heading towards the mid, but we're going to see Viper himself back up to clear up this camp here in the jungle.
This Tusk is rich. He's got arcane boots in 8 minutes. He's only level 5, but hey. I mean, I think he maybe got one of the big streak kills in one of these chaotic fights. So he's feeling pretty happy. once your Tusk gets that Arcane, you just feel like, all right, I don't ever really need to go back to base. I could even farm pretty well with spamming shards. And he's thinking about rotating back here. The Hawk not exactly checking that path.
Yeah, they're ready to try and go on mag. Nighttime comes out to allow them to try and close this gap on the Beastmaster. Straight in with the shards and the snowball. Silent moving in. He's going to use the ult here. Trying to go forward. There's some TPs in from the side of Vega. It's actually going to be enough here to force back the side of Empire. Empire unable to find anything there
done
with the initial ult. The rest of them are coming in. They want to try and find the cleanup. They'll find a Beastmaster kill. Now with the shards, looking for Solo as well. The Crippling Fear gets laid down. Silent himself in trouble as Shoma and no one moving past the tier 1 here. Silent desperately trying to get himself out of vision. There's TPs coming through. Can they keep this Luna alive? I don't know if they can. The Sonic Wave is big, bursting them down low. But okay, can they keep Silent alive? He's juking. He's still in the fog. No one can't quite see him. Oh, Silent!
Corrosive?
He's going to live.
No.
Okay, Corrosive does end up taking him down. But a bit of a mess of a fight. There's a fight going on there at the tier 1. At the same time, fights going on at the tier 2s
this is
of Vegas.
glorious CI Soda at this best, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's very late in the evening. Both teams, all the players going maybe a little bit crazy. And it's certainly showing in this game. 9 minutes in, 8 for 8. But I think the real thing you've got to note is the fact that Empire, they have this Luna with 4.8k net worth. Over on the side of Vega, they've got an Ember on 2.6k. Quite far behind at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's the result of having a Night Stalker as well as Bane.
Night Stalker Bane lane, not nice to go against.
I mean, even though they killed the Bane a ton of times, the Ember was missing a couple of CS here and there. Of course, they did get the Luna kill, which I find is very, very big at this stage of the game for Team Vega. And the Spirit Breaker will start to kind of lose his effectiveness as we see a whole bunch of wards being dropped down on the side of Vega. You will see the charge being telegraphed pretty apparently. And we'll see if Seema, once he picks up level 6, maybe he'll do a little bit more.
With this really nice warding from Empire between this tier 1 and tier 2 as well. Silent just feeling confident to move in and get some damage done to the tier 1 top. And again, another DD here, picked up by a lower dance on his Tusk. And we'll see if he finds anything top. Anyone that TP's in here is going to be in a bit of trouble. The fortification will come out. Empire looking to stay strong here on this top lane. The backup of No Fear on this Bane as well.
Never refuse gold.
So the previous Eclipse has been, I want to say, used fairly poorly because he ran into a creep wave. And I don't think any beams actually hit a single hero. But of course, with the Dazzle teleporting in and Grave at the ready, he wasn't really going to get a kill anyways. And that ultimately put him in a pretty terrible position and eventually got picked off. Again, without BKB, he has to watch his very low HP pool. Silent, the backbone of this Empire lineup. Of course, if they do win some big fights, power pushes will come.
They might find a kill. It's Snowball straight on to Mag with the Wolf's Punch as well from the Tusk, but they'll turn around with the Roar. No one's there on the Viper and Tusk. He went a little bit too deep that time, and they will punish it, Vega. They'll take themselves the kill. There's a charge on the bottom lane onto Funnick. Passion trying to move in with a triple remnant. Straight away with the burst. The chains as well. Not quite enough. Now Funnick's looking to turn. Gets the Void out onto the Spirit Breaker, and he'll find that kill. And now he's going to look for more. The backup's there. The Nightmare to set it on to Pasha. Crippling Fears. Sonic Wave to the face. So Pasha will go down as well. Double kill for Funnick. And a very nice reaction there from the side of Empire at the tier 1.
And for Vega as well on their own tier 1 up top, if you notice, both the teams that are making the aggressive play are the ones that's losing. On one side, you have the Dazzle teleporting in with the Grave. On the other side, well, you have the essentially Rainbow TV Power Ranger like teleporting in to assist the Night Stalker on the bottom lane. Funnick once again building up to looking to have a pretty powerful game.
He's had a good start so far. He's certainly been making things happen on the Night Stalker. We've credited him earlier for how well they were able to shut down the Ember Spirit's progression. Finding that double kill there with the backup of his mates. And Silent now reaching on to level 11, looking to build it into the Yasha on top of that helm with the Dominator on this Luna. Well, we'll see what the next plan of action is from both sides. Top, looks like Vega themselves looking to try and take a tier 1 from Empire. Pings are coming out, and there is a rotation from Funnick, so it looks like Empire aren't going to just let this one go. They're going to try and fight this.
Oh, they need to get out now.
Yeah, Solo, he needs to get the hell out of there. Funnick straight in, moving forward. There'll be a TP out. Have they got the damage? Yes, they do. They'll take him down. Viper will be able to TP out.
And that's a key one, because he's working on the mech.
He's close as well, isn't he?
Actually, he's got it, yeah.
He's got it now.
So the game plan for Vega right now is to get the mech and start 5-manning for some early towers. They need to remove the towers and get themselves some extra gold. The Beastmaster needs to finish his Necro Book as soon as possible. You want to make the map stretch open, allow your Beastmaster to get those solo roar into Necro Book kills, and essentially make Queen of Pain as well as Luna scared to farm. Because right now, Empire, you know, they're still pretty comfortable. In fact, Silent just taking ancient stacks. Looks like he's going to go for yet another farming item. You talked about whether he needs the early BKB. Well,
He's skipping it. Well, he's
it feels like
it for now.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Yasha.
I mean, so far, yeah, the farm's been looking good for him. So if he's able to step it up even more, going to be a little bit harder for Vega to try and catch up.
Yeah, this is why where Vega needs to group up and push and start pressuring that Luna. Cannot allow him to essentially sit behind 3 tier 1 towers and just farm away.
Oh, no fear. He's going to put down the Nightmare onto Viper, and there is backup. Silent, he has got the Eclipse if he wants to move forward. The Shard's actually a little bit unfortunate, kind of blocking off the side. They'll still get the Phoenix Grip off, but they can't get themselves around. Okay, they've got the Snowball to cross over. Eclipse comes out from Silent. They'll take down one. Remnant away from Pastures. He's trying to get himself out of this. Empire moving in on full force. They're looking for more. They'll get Mag as well on the Beastmaster. Shards come out, trapping up the Spirit Breaker. They'll find themselves a 3rd kill. Double kill for Silent on this Luna, and the Ember Spirit desperately trying to get himself out of this, but Empire, they're just moving forward. He tries for a TP, but they've got the Council there with a Void. They'll find themselves a 4th kill. And Empire really turning up with the aggression. They had a bit of a slow start to this round, of course, losing the first best of 1, losing the first game in the series to Monkey Freedom Fighters, but then they went on to take down the next 2 games. And now in game 1 against the side of Vega, they're looking very strong, Lumi.
It's a huge risk to go for the Viper first because he's so tanky, and if he survives the chain stun...
Have a look at this, Lumi. Brought to us by thescore eSports. Where does it go wrong for Vega? When do they realize that they should possibly leave this fight?
Well, they were hoping that the Viper will survive long enough to get off its mech, because once that happens, you could kind of just fight back. But the Eclipse providing a huge burst of damage, forcing the enemy team to go back, and at this point, you're trying to run against Night Stalker as well as Tusk during nighttime. It ain't happening. Of course, also, Spirit Breaker was forced to fight without getting his level 6, so they really need some key levels. Beastmaster also unable to really do too much without the high levels of Necrobook.
Top lane, Resolution. He's not going to quite spot out the Spirit Breaker at the moment. Item of choice, of course, for this Queen of Pain. He's going to be going for the Yule Scepter first. Why is he going for that this game, then?
I think it's just a good item to... First of all, it's very good against Ember Spirit. You could remove his Flame Shield. And of course, if you get the Slight Chain, you could also send yourself up in the air.
Here we go. Now the strike to set this one up. They're looking for the Tusk, but he gets the Snowball out just in time. He's only on 230 HP, so he will end up going down. Nonetheless, they find themselves a kill here. Vega, maybe trying to look to move in for more. Silent is there on the high ground. Funnick as well. Get him out going in, but there's the full 5-man here from the side of Vega, so Empire... I think they're going to have to let this tier 1 go in the mid lane.
This is going to be a huge turning point in the game. If Empire gets another one of those 4-0 team fight, Roshan suddenly becomes a huge possibility. And if you have Aegis on the Luna, it becomes big. I don't know about that charge.
This is quite a deep charge. I don't think he's going to be able to follow through, but no fear.
It's a statement charge.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm here.
Just asserting his, well, the dominance that Vega are trying to regain after losing a pretty nasty fight in the bottom lane. Here we go, they're going to try for it. Roar onto Funnick, looking for the Night Stalker. Snowball comes across, they'll pick up Funnick. Funnick's going to stay alive for a little bit, but he does end up going down. There's a Phoenix Grip for the side onto no one, but they don't really have the damage to follow this through. Maybe with the Eclipse they can try and turn, but Vega, they're there with the Dazzle as well, healing them up. And Silent trying his best with the Sonic Wave. Resolution bursting them all down. 3-4 are dead, 5 are dead. Empire just destroying Vega as Resolution turns up in absolute fashion.
And remember what I said, this is a huge statement in this fight where, you know, if you win that fight 5-0, 4-0, you go into the Roshan pit. Now Silent gets the Aegis. It's not just about asserting dominance. Now they're inserting dominance. It's
yeah, this is
they're doing great.
Yeah, and as you were saying with the draft from the start, it's all about getting this momentum for Empire, and they have certainly got it now. I mean, look at this Luna. This Luna is disgustingly fat. 10k net worth at 16 minutes in.
They don't even give it the Aegis to her. They gave it to Queen of Pain.
I mean, she's not dying. You know what I mean? They don't need to put it on the Luna at this point. Silent is just getting so far ahead.
Yeah, a Manta Style is definitely
It's done. It's complete.
Yeah. Manta Style, a very good way to protect. You could even disjoint the Viper Strike ultimate if you wish. You make Spirit Breaker have a hard time to ever landing that ultimate on you if you, again, disjoint his ultimate at the right time. So, to me, Empire is just outplaying Vega in the early stages of the fight, and now they're really snowballing away with huge, huge items.
Absolutely. We just saw on the graph the lead that Empire have begun to create. I mean, you look at Vega's lineup as well, they do have this Ember Spirit, so the potential to push them late, but the fact that they're running heroes like the Spirit Breaker, like the Viper, I mean, even like the Beastmaster, these heroes can fall off surely pretty heavily against what Empire have got this game, with the Luna.
Well, not so much falling off, but more so they're falling behind. Because if you look at the next 10 minutes, where's the damage really coming from? Normally, Mag at this point has Necro 3. If you look at him, he's only got Necro 1, so there's no damage there. If you look over to Viper, normally nowadays you see a lot of like just damage Vipers, but he's forced to go a mech for the team, so you're not going to see too much damage from him.
Radiant's
And then
middle
Ember Sphere,
tower
well,
is under
he's got
attack.
Treads and Poor Man's Shield, so
Empire smoked up here with the wraparound Lumi. They're going to look for more. They're going to look for no one. And straight up with the Fiend's Grid Snowball across as well. Mag gets silenced up so he can't get the Raw. There's a charge. Nicely done across the middle of the fight. Now they're trying to turn with the Viper struggle to funding. The Raw gets laid down onto the Tusk. Do they have the damage to bring him out? Well, with Pasha turning up, they might just be able to do it. They'll take down the Tusk. They'll take down 3. Nightstalker and Bane fall as well. And this time, Empire just looking a little bit too deep for the fight. And Vega, they were ready for that one.
well, they did get the tier 1 silver lining, but it was not exactly the best situation. And more importantly, you gave away a couple of big streaks. You gave away quite a bit of experience. The team kind
I left the gold and the
there you
XP.
go.
That's not a bad swing for 18 minutes into a game.
Unfortunately, there's not too much objective that Vega could take off of this. You're not getting a Roshan, for example. You're not getting a tier 2 tower. And they're trying to snowball into another gank,
They
but
would love to get Luna here. That would be a lovely pick off whilst 3 dead. They've got the vision for the charge. Silent does get off the Eclipse, and now he's going to try and turn. Look at these Lucid Beats. Is it enough to kill anyone? He will. He'll find the kills of the Spirit Breaker. Now he's trying to retreat. Now he's going to turn. The Sonic Wave comes ready. Just clip them on the edge. No one trying to get himself out. There's a Lucid Beam coming down. They'll try and chase down this Viper. Viper, he tries to sit there, realize he's got nowhere to run, and he will end up going down. So again, you know, he didn't pick up the Aegis for a reason limit. He's just not dying this Silent, and that was with him pretty much being on his own and 3 heroes of Vega, maybe even 4 converging on him there.
yeah,
on the
we're
Luna.
seeing how effective Mantisau is, being able to get rid of the chains and, of course, the Eclipse, not making Spirit Breaker's life any easier.
Resolution knows. He knows something's up in this tree line.
Well, he doesn't have
He's just seen him. He's got the vision. Pasha is in a bit of trouble. Okay, no, Resolution.
Who's in trouble?
He needs some backup. The snowball might just be it. And Resolution does blink out, says, no, you're not having me for dinner, son. And Emma Spirit will go down. Same time, there's Nightmare set up on Solo in the mid lane. Fiend's Grid to follow up, and here comes the TPs from Empire. Again, they get the Ember Spirit down bottom. They get the Dazzle in mid lane.
Empire's just on a roll, man.
This is the team really coming together. There's been a few games that Empire just haven't seemed all there. And this time, they're working perfectly as a 5-man.
Yeah, Vega's just falling behind in farm really, really fast. Beastmaster has not gotten an item in the past 5 minutes or so. And he's trying to do a little bit of split push, but as PP pointed out many times today, split pushing against Night Stalker is just not where you want to be. You could technically do it, but you're just constantly scared. You don't exactly know where he's coming from. And this Night Stalker, speaking about him, he's got that Vlad's finish, and I imagine the Aghanim Scepter is coming up
Radiant's
next.
middle tower is under attack.
And it's going to be interesting to see what Luna invests in as well. You look at Silent. He's got 4K in the bank here. 8 kills, 9 assists, only died the once. This is pretty much a textbook Luna performance.
Yeah, normally at this point, you just get the BKB and be like, there's no way you can kill me. Again, if he feels extremely confident, he could just go for a different item. Looks like it's going to be a Scotty, yeah? I'm going to just be so tanky.
Yeah.
Again, where's your damage from Vega? Beastmaster has none, Viper has none, and Ember has none. That the last fight where they won it behind their tier 1 and tier 2 tower, the reason they won it was the weave was essentially on top of everybody. They got a huge heal bomb. But I don't think Solo is going to have that kind of play again in a more chaotic fight. He's probably going to get focused and run down very early.
Empire ready to fight down bottom. Funnick leading the way. Resolution blinks across. There'll be a TP out for Shoma, but now, well, with the Void onto this Dazzle, in a lot of trouble. He'll get out of weave. It's going to be his last one for a good 30 or so seconds. As Resolution now in a dominating streak with this Queen of Pain. And we were talking about Silent's performance, Resolution as well himself. He's only died once and 4 kills, 10 assists. He's been making a lot of things happen across the map.
Yeah, big Sonic Wave so far. To me, the standout player has been the Tusk.
Okay.
Being able to farm that very quick Arcane now into mech. And once he gets that Guardian Greaves, you just go 5-man. There's, again, not enough damage to really push them back from the continued usage of that GG boots or Guardian Greaves.
No Silent. He's going to walk into this. He does have an Eclipse, and maybe this is Silent going to fight. Gets it off, though. He needs some backup from the rest of his team, and he might just get it. They're moving forward. Silent will still fall. That's a big kill here for the side of Vega, and Vega now. Yeah, exactly. They're going to move forward, and they're going to look for more. It's going to be a question if they can find it. They did have the vision there from the weave drop down onto the Tusk, so they know he's about. The question is, are they going to go the right way? No, he's going to be fine. He's able to get himself to the tree line, TP out. So they do just lose the Luna, but as we can see from the numbers there, that was a very big kill for Vega to find.
Yeah, Ember getting it is pretty good. And Necro 3 finally on online for Mag. That mid-fight really helped him out. And now he can start thinking about, the secondary item, whether he wants a Breach of Travel, Blink Dagger, Aghanim Scepter. I think Blink Dagger will definitely be very helpful to their playstyle. Again, because Luna has not gone for the BKB, you Blink Roar him, you get that Necro 3 out, and even if you don't get the clean kill against Luna, the Mana Burn will just really put her low. Bottom lane.
Bottom lane, Funnick maybe coming out a bit too far. There's backup here for Shoma the Slayer. Well, he might get away with this TP here, Funnick, and he does. Okay, I haven't got anything else to cancel it. Pasha wasn't quite close enough there to
Where's
go
that
in with the
bash?
remnant. So, well, Funnick lucky to escape there with his life. Notable pickups, of course, the fact that we've now got an Aghanims on your Queen of Pain, and you've now got the Guardian Greaves done on the Tusk. I mean, on the panel, Sin was talking about the importance of getting that mech. I mean, 23 minutes in, you've got to complete a Guardian Greaves.
Yep.
That's the next level.
Not only that, they also picked up a gem on No Fear, so they're looking to close out this game. We're going to just make sure you have absolutely no map control, and that's going to be somewhat hard to do against a team with the Beastmaster, because the Hawk is going to be somewhat helpful.
Absolutely. Can he go for a little bit of a cheeky solo kill here? He's got a level 16 Axe upgraded. That's a lot of damage.
But he's also got Necro 3, so he's fairly tanky.
Yeah, there's a roar as well.
And if you don't get the kill, Necro 3 comes out, you get roared.
He needs some back. I mean, he's got the backup now. Yeah.
But also Spirit Breaker is here. Let's just back it off. More so at this point, do you need to take that risk? You're so far ahead, why don't you just wait for the next Aegis? You got the map control because of the gem, so... I think Empire is definitely favored if they kind of slow out the game in the next 5 to 10 minutes, get the Roshan, and then just go for the GG push.
That's just Skadi now done here on Luna. So Silence very much going to be ready for that next push when it does come out. As you said, maybe wanting to wait here for the Aegis. We're going to see in a bit, or in a few seconds, in fact, how long it is going to be until Roshan's back up. And in the meantime, they'll take down the bottom tier 2 here, the side of Empire. Vega not coming out with any response other than to try and get a push on themselves. Top lane trying to work down this this tower, but of course their push is not going to be anywhere near the same as the power of this Silent Luna.
You have to come back now because
got to get back.
If you lose the T3 against Luna, the Glaives are going to just destroy your Rex in matters of seconds. So gotta, well, tier 3 has already suffered a ton of damage. Empire is very happy with what they got out of this.
And now maybe the time to back off and look for Roche. You've got no fear, just TP back to the middle lane to get himself a bit of XP, a bit of farm. Resolution's working his way across the top. 1800 gold now on top of that Aghanims, and level 17 as well on the Queen of Pain. And okay, so Roshan is just going to be up in just about a couple of minutes. So a bit more time here for Empire to work with the map before they're able to get that, and we can expect to see them go aggressive again. And I guess the question is, at this point, Vega, they've got to surely force the fight, so they've got to try and do something here to stop Empire from just creating this lead in terms of farm.
Yeah, they got a big boost of items that are coming up or has already finished. For example, Viper BKB is online. If you look at Nineposh, he's almost nearing his Battle Fury. And of course, we talked about Mag finishing his Necro Book, and it looks like his Blink Dagger is almost online as well. So if they could just get that like 1 more minute of farm, they could take a good fight. The question is, will they get that 1 minute? Because right now, if Vega loses one hero, then they will guarantee to lose the next Roshan. Again, a very tense stage of the game. Looks like Resolution is, I imagine this is going to be an Assault Curious.
I was going to say, Assault Cuirass Shiva's got a, with the AC, if you're getting it at this point, you know, it's going to be very nice for the Luna and very nice for trying to break the base, but I guess the Shivas is the more orthodox pickup here for the Queen, or are you ready for this is going to be the AC game?
I'm not sure if the attack speed slow aura is going to be that effective, especially against the Beastmaster aura, who kind of directly counters it. So I like the AC a little bit more myself, but we'll see how Team Empire builds it.
I guess quite nice as well against just the Dazzle with the Weave, something to help.
Yeah, sure.
Once that all gets dropped down on you.
And of course, they do have the Night Stalker Vlads already, so you double up on that armor aura. That's kind of the ultimate high ground dream, and they're just waiting for Roche.
I mean, talking about Phoenix Night Stalker, he did obviously go for the Vlads on top of the phase boots. We didn't see a straight Aghanims rush from the guy. He's got an Ogre Club. I mean, is that going to be the Aghanims, or could he potentially just be going for a PKB for these fights?
Dot.
We could see something big happening here. Empire smoking up. If they can get the jump onto Pasha, that'd be perfect. And they do. Fiend's Grip straight up, and they move in. The Shallow Grave does come out to Pasha. The Snowball picking up the side of Empire, moving forward. They get out the Eclipse. Sonic Wave comes across, clipping them all. Pasha, he's going to go down almost certainly. He gets off the side fist, and he will fall. They've already found the kill onto the Bane, though, so it's a 1-for-1 at the moment. But now they're looking to move in for more Empire. They'll be able to find the kill onto the Viper. 2 down, double kill for Silent. You'll see Shoma just able to charge himself away on the Spirit Breaker, but meanwhile, Silent's just cleaning up house. Gets himself a third as they pick off the Dazzle. Solo to fall as well. And a 3-for-1, and now here comes the push from Empire. No reason to hold back.
This is an aggressive.
And
They
GG.
forced out GG.
They've called GG.
I mean, here's the thing. Empire could have just waited and got the Roche for sure, but they're like, nah, we'll just fight you now, and they show why they're so dominant.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, of course, from the side of Vega. It's a best of 3. It is relatively late as well. If you realize the other team's this far ahead and they're just going to go for the kind of push like that, you tap out, you just regain yourself, and you come back with a different plan in game 2. No point wasting any more energy on this first match.
Absolutely agree.
Well, I mean, Empire did it. They've certainly stepped it up. A lot of people before, earlier today, Vega's looking to be the stronger side, but Empire, with some real standout performances, just the whole lineup really coming together that game. And I can't remember the last time we saw Empire just play that well as a team. That was some really impressive stuff.
I think every game they've been kind of leveling up more and more.
They've been getting better and better over the games this round, absolutely.
So I'm wondering what the panel would think about this game. They weren't really happy with the Luna last pickup, but
no, it really
stepped it up Silent.
It really worked from Silent. It was a genius pick and something that Vega just weren't ready to deal with. Vega, they had the lineup to go aggressive, but Empire just had the lineup to deal with it, be more aggressive, and to just be able to get the successful pushes off the back of it. And that is game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Empire will take the game. We'll be back very shortly with game 2 between the sides, but don't go anywhere. From myself and Lumi, there'll be a short break, but straight over to the panel to see what they've had to say about this first game of the series.